What's going on, Card Pack? Today we're going to go over the top 10 sports cards that went up the most in the last week. So we'll be looking at all across all the sports, what are the 10 individual cards that went up the most in the last week. Some interesting things there. Plus, I'm going to show you over the last 90 days who the top cards were that went up. We're going to go over that briefly because that's super interesting. Before we dive into that, a few reminders. If you want the audios from these videos, check out the podcast, link in description. As we go through these cards, I'll do buy, sell, hold. The ones that I think are buys, I'll send out to the Card Pack newsletter usually before I publish these videos. It's free to join. Go check that out. Link in description. And if you want to get my top sports card pick of the day and join one of the best discords in all the land, join the Sports Card Society. SportsCardSociety.com. It's only $12.99 a month or $129 a year. You get 2 free months there. It's like 40 cents a day. How it works is there's a membership area. You log in. There's a new video put up almost every day. Videos are short. They're only about 5 minutes or less. I show the card. I show the data and research and why I like the card and what I plan on doing with it. Am I selling it in a month? Am I selling it in a year? Am I selling it at the beginning of the season? Am I holding it long term? What am I doing? A couple previous examples. Kyler Murray here. We're buying this card for under $200 in February. Here it is going for well over $300 in April. I think this card got all the way up to $375. Football cards are in a bit of a dip right now. I think it's because they went up so dang fast that some people decided to just sell. And so now it's going down. I actually really like the dip that's going on right now. Also, this Baker Mayfield, we were buying it for under $300 in March. Here it is going for about $500 in April. I expect this card to get to close to $700 by the time the season starts. Anyways, if you just sold here at $500, you'd already have paid for more than your entire year's membership of the Sports Card Society and already been in the green. Not to mention all the other cards we're going to talk about throughout the year. So check it out, SportsCardSociety.com. Links in the description, and I can't say enough good things about the Discord because the people in there actually pay to be there. So they take it seriously. They take sports card investing seriously. It's just good stuff. Go check it out, SportsCardSociety.com, link in description. So first thing I want to do here for the content is show you the top 10 cards that went across all sports that went up the most in the last 90 days. You're going to see a common theme. As we see down here, number 10, Shohei Ohtani. His Topps Chrome rookie pink refractor has gone up 230% in the last 90 days. By the way, 90 days, 120 days ago, I was recommending Shohei Ohtani to the Sports Card Society. I've sold some of them, and I'm still holding on to a bunch of them because I think Shohei Ohtani can still go up. I think if he stays healthy, he's going to have one of the best overall years the game of baseball has ever seen. And I think he will be a shoo-in for MVP as long as he stays healthy. So, again, me and the society have made a good amount of money off Shohei. As long as the members bought. I bought a lot of Shohei because it was dirt cheap. I mean, looking at his Topps Chrome pink refractor 90 days ago for $120. I remember I was getting this card for under $100 because I was buying it over 90 days ago. But check this out. You'll see a common theme. These are the top 10 cards that went up the most over the last 90 days across all sports. Shohei, and then we get to these guys, and then Shohei. Shohei was 8 of the top 10 cards that went up the most over the last 90 days. This card, look at this, his Topps Chrome update. It was under $50. You're just going for $350 now. I mean, it's insane. He's having one of the most mind-blowing years we've seen in sports. That's how amazing it is. But let's go to 7 days. We're gonna say, what have you done for me lately? See who's gone up the most over the last 7 days. Number 10 on the list is John Morant. His 2019 Prism Draft Picks, number 65, base secondary photo. Pop count of 633, 14 sales on the week, up about 45.5%. 14 sales on the week is pretty solid because that's over 2% sales volume, meaning that over 2% of the 633 have sold in the past week. By the way, we are looking at all PSA 10s across all sports. It's only PSA 10s we're looking at because that's where the entire market starts. The price of everything is based off of what the PSA 10 goes for, so we got to look there. Pop count is 633. If you don't know what pop count means, it means this card in this grade, that's how many of them currently exist. There is a pop count for every graded card. There's a pop count for this card in PSA 9, PSA 8, BGS 9.5, etc. So let's pull up the chart on this one. We looked at this card, I believe, yesterday on the top 10 basketball cards going up. Makes sense. John Morant made his way into the playoffs. People got excited. and they should be excited, although I don't really like draft picks cards. So this card started the week at 37, ended the week at 55. If I'm going to buy John Morant, this isn't the card. For me, I would either hold or sell this card, because if the Grizzlies get into the next round, John Morant cards are going to go bananas. And if he hits some kind of game-winning shot or something, watch out. So if I have John Morant cards, which I do, I have them listed on eBay already at a price I'm happy selling at. Because if something happens, that spike happens quickly, and you want to be ahead of it. You want to be ready. Number 9 on the list, the man of the year, Shohei Ohtani, 2017 Bowman Mega Box Chrome Prospects Chrome. Pop count of 789, 7 sales on the week, up 46%, so pretty healthy gain in a week. Let's pull up his chart. I'm still buying Shohei Ohtani. I think as long as he stays healthy, I think his cards keep going up all season, and if they make the playoffs, through the playoffs. Good looking card, you know. Good looking card. He's got his Japan jersey on. It's interesting. This card started the week at 545, ended the week at 847. This is from his Mega Box Chrome. Well, pop count of only 789, pretty low pop count. Let's pull this card back. Let's pull it back 180 days just to look silly. 180 days ago, you could have got this card for $127. And it's just been going up, 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 and then it's seen a big spike here. So this card, I wouldn't buy this right now. That spike might just be too big. That spike might just be too big right now. So maybe I'm not buying that. But I think it keeps going. I think it sails right past $1,000. I think there's probably just better value in other Shohei Ohtani cards than this one, just because of that spike. I liked it here at 500, but it goes from 500 to 850 in 10, 15 days. It's kind of a lot. Next on the list, Glabor Torres. It's 2018 Topps Chrome, pop count of 3258, 14 sales on the week, up almost 48%. Let's pull up Glabor's chart here. A buddy's text messaging me about a Dynasty Fantasy Football trade we're trying to get together. Let me pull that up real quick. I'll kind of try to do that while I'm making this video, I guess. What? Let's see here. $43 to start the week. $70 is a high. Latest sale of $61. Glabor. I don't think I'd buy him. Let's pull him back 90 days. Let's see what's going down. I mean, Glaber's a good player. It's not my favorite. Overall, it's kind of trending down. There's just a little spike. I wouldn't buy that. I'd probably sell it. Honestly, I'd sell that card. Next on the list, Trey Young, 2018 Prism Silver. Pop count of 2,049. 12 sales on the week. Almost 48% on the week. Of course, he hit that game winner. I think the Hawks move on to the next round. Trey Young hits another game winner. Trey Young has a big night, 40, 50-point night. They move on to the next round. I think Trey Young's cards go up. I just see a lot of potential in this one. I considered it a buy yesterday, with the caveat that if they don't move on, you're going to have to hold this card till the beginning of next season. But if there's a Trey Young rookie card to have, this is certainly one of them. The silver, because the pop count is 2,000, whereas his base is around 10,000, I believe. And it's just a cooler card. There's much more demand and desire for this card than a base, and the supply is much, much lower. So if you're going to have a Trey Young rookie card, this is a pretty good one to have. So I think it was going for about $1,800 on eBay. I still consider it a buy, a sell, or a hold. I can understand all the positions. I really can. I think the last time I looked, it was the lowest one I saw for sale was about $1,800, and that seems about right because it's the Prism, 1,800 is the lowest that I see here, but there's auctions going on too. I'll put a link in the description for this one. Again, I'd consider this one a buy, sell, or a hold, but a buy with the caveat that you may hold it till next season. That goes for any basketball card that you'd be buying right now. But I'll put a link in the description for that Trey Young. Next on the list, Lewis Robert. For some reason, this card went. His 2018 Bowman base first prospect, pop count 1686, 15 sales on the week, so about a 1% sales volume, up 50%. 50. Let's pull up his chart. I mean, Lubob's hurt. It's interesting this card's gone up 50%. Maybe it's just that it went down so much people are like, I got to buy. Because I plan on buying some Lubob because he's going to be out for a minute. But he should come back. So I think that him coming back is going to make a spike in his cards. I just got to kind of see where the bottom is or the support. By the way, I've noticed that 60% of people that watch these videos aren't subscribers. Please subscribe to the channel. I really want to get to 5,000. Please help me do that. It really helps support the channel. Hit the notification bell while you're at it. And no matter what, hit that like button. Super supports the channel and just makes me feel good and appreciated. I appreciate you. Thank you. So then $60 to end the week, $40 to start the week, high sale of 70. It's his first Bowman paper card. Pretty standard rookie. Not a real high pop count. 1686. Let's pull up the chart on this. So yeah, like I said, he got hurt and it went down, and that's what happened. Is it went down to $40. People are like, whoop, let's hit 70. I'm probably a buy, not at 70, but sub $50, I'm a buy on this. Let's pull it up real quick because he's gonna come back. $70. Ooh, $60. Let me sort this real quick. Sorry, I was just looking at my buddy's text here. I'm trying to trade him James 1.09. If you do, I don't know if you do fantasy football at all or dynasty, but I'm trying to trade him 1.09 for James Robinson, and he just doesn't want to do it. I have 1.072, and he wants that, and I'm like, I can't do 1.07. 1.09 is the best I can do, so I don't think we're going to get it done. And he sent me a few other funny comments. Anyways, $60, might probably make an offer, get this for 50 or less. I'd be a buy on that, I think. Because if we go back to the chart here, he was easily going for over $100 before the season started. And then when the season started, he was still going for well over $100. It's just he went down a good amount. And I think we're nearing the bottom. I don't try to time things perfectly, but I know that he's went down over 50%. That's pretty solid. $50 for Lubob Rook, I'm a buy on that. Next on the list, so was it 109876, number 5 on the list, Emmett Smith, 1990 Topps Traded base. I'm not sure if he has anything but a base for Topps Traded in 1990. Pop count of 4196, 7 sales on the week, up 53%. Let's pull up that chart. Not a real high sales volume. That's like, yeah, not a real high sales volume on that card. As there shouldn't be. It's not high vintage football season. Oh, feel that burn, Emmett. Started the week at 135, ended the week at 207, so that is a pretty solid gain. The chart only shows up. Let's pull it back 90 days. We'll maybe even need to pull it back further. I think we should pull it back further to give it real context. Let's go back to the beginning of the year. About where this card is at, because when it started the year, it was at about $150, $175. And it spiked all the way up to 500, and several sales around the 500 mark there for a decent stretch. And it went down. Here's some 300s, 400s. It's been going down, 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 down. Now this is Emmett Smith, the all-time leading rusher in football history. Has 2 or 3 rings? All-timer, for sure. And those are good cards to buy, in my opinion. Again, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You do your own research. You make your own decisions. I'm a guy making a video, sharing his opinions. Do with them what you will. Now, 135, let's pull him up. Because, if it was going for, it looks like he's come all the way back down to where he was before the spike even happened. And this is part of the vintage legend spikes run-ups that happen, and they happen periodically. I expect it to happen again before the year is out. So right now, I'm buying a good amount of vintage legend stuff. And by the way, if you're going to leave comments, be constructive. Be kind. You don't need to rainbows and kittens and kiss anyone's butt, but don't be a dick. If you're a dick, I'm just going to mute you from the channel. You're not going to be able to comment anymore. Because I'm a human. Words hurt. And they also can elevate. If you leave dick comments, you're in pain in your life. You don't need to spew that on other people. If you don't want to watch my videos, go watch other videos. If you appreciate my videos, feel free to appreciate them. If you have constructive criticism about how I can make it better, please leave that feedback. Don't be a dick. Being a dick, it hurts you as much as anybody. So, let's see here. What do we got, Emmett? 200? 200 feels like a good value, but I was hoping to get a little bit less. I was hoping to get more like 175 or less. I don't know if he's got any auctions going on. Because I feel like this is something I want to buy. And in my opinion, investing, we talk about sports card investing. It's a real thing, but I think how most people practice it would not be what I call investing. I feel like it's more gambling. It's more making quick money, which is gambling. To me, it's about having a longer vision. Like if I'm seeing this Emmett Smith vintage card, I'm like, all right, let me look at the data. By the way, if you don't have a data tool, you have to have a data tool to even have a chance at doing well in sports card investing or any type of investing, in my opinion. But seriously, I use the Market Movers tool. Use a different one if you want. I've used them all. This is my favorite. I'll put a link in the description for it. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month of your first year, whichever subscription you choose. I have the pro version of the Market Movers tool, and I pay for the year subscription because that's the best deal, and the pro version has the most tools. If you don't get Market Movers, get something, because you got to have a data tool, because you are wasting so much time and you are losing so much money not having something like this. Because I can just see this picture. I can find opportunity. All right, Emmett Smith was going for about $150. Just that's where he was, period. And all of a sudden there's a big run up to $500. Wow, that's interesting. So he has that kind of potential to, at least for a period of time, run up to $500. Now it's gone down for a good amount of time and it's here at sub 200. Interesting. That seems like a really good buying opportunity to me. Why? Because all these people, more than just these dots you're seeing, these dots represent an individual sale, but there were way more than one sale on many of these days. There are a whole lot of people that paid more than $200 or less for this card. And there's a lot of people that bought it and just don't have any plans of selling it, period. They just have it for their own collection. So this pop count, 4,200, there's a good number of them that just are not for sale and aren't going to be for sale anytime soon, regardless of what the price does. And there's a good amount of them that won't be for sale because the price is just too low currently. And the sellers, this is support, where the sellers say, a high percentage of sellers say, no, I'm not selling this card. I'm not selling this card. I know it's going to go back up eventually. I'm not going to take a loss. I'm going to wait for this card to go back up. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And when this card gets down to a price like this support level, being able to read charts is really important, by the way. I'll get into that in a second. But you look at this, you're like, this is just a really undervalued card right now. And look at its potential. Well, I mean, if you don't think this card is ever going to get back to this kind of run-up again, you are brand new to sports cards and you have no idea what you're talking about. Period. This card is going to run back up to these prices, possibly higher. Hell, give it a few years, maybe well over 1,000. Seriously, because that's what markets do. This market in particular, I know it very well. If you've watched any of my videos, clearly I pay attention to this market often. I'm on its pulse. I know what it does and how it acts. Do I make mistakes? Yes. I can't predict the future of everything, but this is a no-brainer. Right? I'm looking at a legend card, the all-time leading rusher in NFL history, and I can buy his card at basically its low, its support, where it was selling for before anyone even gave a crap about it. Yeah, that's a good investment, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Do your research, form your own decisions. In my opinion, this is a no-brainer investment. When is this card going to go up? Not tomorrow. Not next week. Probably not next month. But it's going to go back up, and this run-up is going to happen again. My guess is around the beginning or after the start of the football season. Certainly, conservatively saying, I feel, before the year is up. So if I can buy this card now at $150, $200, and just when I get it, just put it up on eBay for $400, $450, $500, I can feel very certain that eventually that card is going to sell in a reasonable amount of time. Is it going to sell and give me my quick money so I can pay rent and pay bills? No. Investing isn't about paying bills. Isn't about making money to pay bills or buy shoes or buy depreciable things. Depreciable, meaning once you buy it, it goes down in value. And it keeps going down in value. When you buy a pair of pants, when you buy a car, when you buy shoes, when you go out to dinner, this is money that is you spend that is never coming back to you, or it is going down in value. When you buy this card, an investment, in my opinion, not financial advice, sharing my opinion, when you buy this card at $150, that is an investment to me, because I know it's going to go back up. This is an asset that goes up. And if I hold it 10 years, where do you think this card's going to be in 10 years? You think it's going to be at $150? All-time leading rusher? 2-3 rings? America's team? Most valuable sports team in America? Come on. Then you're brand new to sports card investing, or you're just clueless. In my humble opinion, this card's going to have a run up to $400, $500, $600 by the time the year's up. In my opinion. And I feel very, very confident about that. So that's an investment, because it's going to go up in value. Simple. If you buy things that go down in value, that's not an investment. That's a expense. That's getting involved in a depreciating situation as opposed to an appreciating situation. I hope that makes sense. I cannot give you a more important piece of information than that. The mindset and the way you look at things is the most valuable asset and tool you have. I say this to the society all the time. I make videos every so often to remind them of this, because it's so easy to get caught up in trying to make quick money. When you're trying to make quick money, sometimes you make quick money, and other times you get burned so hard you walk away from everything and you lose sight. You got to have the reality that, listen, it's about finding undervalued assets and waiting for them to appreciate. That's it. It's not about trying to buy everything. You can do that. You can play that game, but if you exclusively play that kind of speculative game, like if we go buy John Morant rookie cards right now and we're hoping for him or Trey Young to hit a game winner and move on to the next round, you can play that game. And I play some of that game, but I don't exclusively play that game. I play that game in about 10-20% of my portfolio. Most of my portfolio is investing, finding these undervalued cards and buying them because I know they're going to go up, and having the patience. And then once I sell this card buy it for $150, sell it for $400, I don't go buy shoes. I don't buy a belt or pants or go out to dinner or celebrate. I take that money and I reinvest it. I find where else is something undervalued and I keep reinvesting it, growing my, net worth, really. That's investing to me, my opinion. Do what you want. Do what you want, though. Not here to tell you exactly what to do, but in clarity, what I'm saying, you're going to have a very hard time arguing me off of that perspective. All right, done ranting. So I'm a buy on this card. Even at 200, I don't care. I'd probably get involved in an auction. Probably try to grab something there. It looks like this card's in reality. What I would do is also, you can click this little button right here in the Market Movers tool, and I'd say, hey, when this card goes below, $150, probably $175, when there's another sale, the next sale below $175, alert me. And it'll just alert me, so I don't have to remember to constantly look at this card, because I look at so many cards, I have so many alerts set. The Market Movers tool just lets me do that. So I'm a buy on that card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Number 4 on the list, Joey Bart, 2019 Bowman Chrome base, pop count of 1291. 10 sales on the week, up almost 66%. Let's look at the chart. Joey Bart, good player. Probably just not a guy. If I'm going to invest in a baseball player, not going to be him. Started the week at 33, ended the week at 54. I'd consider selling that card if that was the gain, depending on where you got it at. Next on the list, Randy Johnson, 1989 score traded base, pop count of 2338. 7 sales on the week, up almost, about 72.5%. Let's pull up his chart. Let's see what's going down there. That's quite a gain Again, Randy Johnson, legend. If he's not in the Hall of Fame already, he will be. Has a World Series ring, at least one. I think he's been in a couple. They were all with the Diamondbacks, I believe. $26 to start the week. 55, 41, 50. I'd rather buy the Emmett Smith than the Randy Johnson. Pop count's not crazy high. Let's pull this card back to the beginning of the year, because I bet this card had a run up too, because everything vintage and legend had a run up, because that's what happens. These markets, they have cycles. So he didn't go up as much as I thought, but he went to 40. He's just kind of been ticking up, actually. And then he's kind of ticking down now. I don't think I'd buy this, just because it doesn't, by looking at this chart, I mean, even the vintage legend run-up thing, I mean, he goes up. Here he is, probably high sale of probably about $60 over the course of, during the year of 2021. But the card doesn't get a lot of juice. So I think I would avoid that one. But I think over time it slowly ticks up. You know, in the 10 years, this card's hundreds of dollars, you know, just on any given day, which is a pretty good return if you're patient. If you bought a stock and you knew it was going to go up 5x in the next 10 years, would you buy it? Yeah. It'd be the hottest damn stock in the market. Next on the list, Phil Mickelson, getting some golf in here. 2002, upper deck base, pop count of 287, 10 sales on the week, up 113. That's a low pop count. This is intriguing. Let's take a look at this. It's not very often a golf card shows up on the top 10 across all sports list. I mean, you don't even really see hockey or soccer cards make this list. Golf? Oh, Philip. Interesting. Started the week at 300. What did nothing but go up. Latest sale of 630, which is also the highest sale on the week. Let's pull this card back to the beginning of the year. Whew. $100 at the beginning of the year. I should look at more golf cards. Had a spike, about 500. Had a couple spikes, about 500. So 300, about 500. I wouldn't be buying it. 630. I wouldn't be buying this right now. I mean, it's at an all-time high for the year, so I wouldn't be buying this. Yeah, I wouldn't be buying this. Low pop count, though. See, this one where I'd set an alert. Saying below. Matter of fact, I'm going to set an alert right here. Let me see what. I want to see if it goes below. I'm going to set an alert for below 300. So now market movers will just alert me the next time there's a sale of this card below 300. And then I'll be like, oh, now I'll pull up the charts, I'll look at it, and figure out if I want to buy it or not. I mean, seems like it's Phil Mickelson. He's an all-timer. Yeah, he's an all-timer. Next on the list, I believe this is number 1 over the week. Austin Riley, 2015 Bowman Chrome Draft Prospects. Pop count of only 293. 9 sales on the week, up 130%. That might be a little too hot to touch. Let's look at the chart. Let me get some coffee. By the way, I really appreciate you watching. Hit that like button if you're still on here, and subscribe if you haven't. Help me get to 5,000. All this stuff really supports the channel, and certainly just makes me feel like, you know, I'm giving some value. I'm a little appreciated, and that always feels good. And what you give, you get back. $43, start the week. $99 to end the week. Did nothing but go up. I'm not 100%. I'm guessing Austin Riley had a good week in the sport of baseball. Let's pull him back. 90 days should be sufficient because the season started in early April. Yeah, $34. Never really saw a lot of juice even leading up to the season, but he must be on a tear. Yeah, too hot to touch. I would definitely not be buying this. I would sell the life out of that thing. So I think there were 2 or 3 buys on this list. I'll put links to those in the description. Links for everything else in the description. The Sports Card Society. You do well to join that. I really mean that. The Market Movers tool. A link to that with the discount code Society for 20% off your first month of your first year. I have the Pro version. I do the year subscription. If you don't get the Market Movers tool, get a different data tool. I think the Market Movers is by far the best. I've used them all. But you got to have, if you have nothing, you got to at least get something. Straight up. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. That was the top 10 for the week. I hope you got value here in this video. Feel free to leave some constructive / complimentary / constructive, kind human to human comments. If you leave a dick comment, I'm just going to mute you and you're never going to comment again, because just who's got time for that negativity? It's not useful or helpful to anybody. And if you feel the need to leave a dick comment, you may want to look in the mirror and see, what are you unhappy about? It's not me. It's not this video. And you can certainly go watch other videos. So it's your life, man. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you do even better and better. So stay classy, Card Pack. You're awesome. I will see you tomorrow.